In the 21 months I've been playing Star Citizen, I have never been as excited for the next patch as I am right now. Alpha 3.23 is promising to be huge and should serve to satiate our appetites while we wait for 4.0 and Pyro. This next update is slated to hopefully have a lot of new features, and over the coming weeks we'll find out about those in detail and maybe a few that CIG are holding close to their chests at this stage. Rather than do a full video on every feature coming, in which I would have limited information with which to give any meaningful detail, I thought instead I would talk about the 5 features I personally am looking forward to the most. Before I launch into it, a reminder that until 15th February 2024, Star Citizen is holding another free fly event for prospective new players to test out 5 ships: the Origin 100i, the Origin 400i, the Consolidated Outland Nomad, the MISC Prospector, and the RSI Scorpius. If you do decide to test out the game, please remember to use a referral code which you can get from your favourite creator, a friend who plays the game already, or one of the random code generators you can find on places like Reddit. The code must be used when you create your account, you can't use it at a later date. If you then decide to buy your first game package of at least $40, you will receive 5,000 UEC for purchases in-game, and until 8 PM UTC on 26th of February 24, you will also receive a Drake Dragonfly, the Red Alert armor set, the Red Alert undersuit, the Red Alert backpack, and the Ravager 212 Red Alert shotgun. Using the code will also reward the code's owner with the same referral bonuses, as well as referral points which count towards free items in both the Persistent Universe and Arena Commander. All players get their own referral code, so you too will be able to reap these rewards. My code is on screen now if you would like to use it. Okay, yeah, I'm cheating a little with this first one and bundling 2 together, but they're very much linked, so it makes sense. I have been looking forward to having my own personal hangar in the verse since I started to play the game. It's the first real space we'll be able to call our own, in which we can display our ships, vehicles and hangar decorations, as well as store all of our purchased, looted and salvaged items. Our personal hangars will be set at our home locations, so a lot more thought will need to go into selecting our homes after any wipes or updates. In addition, our hangars will now have cargo elevators, which is the next step towards the physicalisation of cargo and loot in general. With these elevators, we can physically move our various size boxes between our ships and landing zone or space station storage, as well as actually call in and store our ground vehicles without having to find a location on a moon or planet surface. This will result in the removal of the local inventory when we press I, which some people are not so keen on, but for now, I actually quite like. This is the direction CIG always planned Star Citizen to take, so it's a pretty significant step. The cargo elevators, by the way, aren't just limited to just our persistent and personal hangars. I made a video on these over a year ago when they were first announced, and I was very excited by what these new facilities could mean for gameplay, and it seems that the devs were thinking along the very same lines. In 3.23 we will finally be getting the initial iteration of these gargantuan ground corporate industrial centres, focusing on the surface level sections, with the underground aspects coming at a later date. It remains to be seen if we get any contracts tied to them, but with the new cargo hauling contracts plus the existing delivery system, I wouldn't be surprised if we have some basic contracts implemented to test out these areas and not just have them as very impressive looking buildings. Okay, yeah, I'm cheating again by combining 2 features, but come on, it makes sense. The star map and FPS maps are being added in, although we have been told at this stage the FPS map will not be ready for every location in Stanton and will be added to over time. This will come in the form of maps for interior spaces and a HUD mini-map, and quite honestly, looks incredible. It really appeals to the Trekkie in me, the one who loves pouring through Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise or the big box set of Enterprise D deck-by-deck blueprints that I refuse to ever part with. One thing to note though, this first iteration will not include the ability to share custom waypoints. The star map replaces one of the least liked parts of the current game, and on the day the update goes live, I fully expect the Earth to be shook by a mighty cheer from every single player. The whole look of the new star map is significantly better. It looks much easier to navigate through without weird movements depending on whether you click the left or right mouse button or zoom in too far using the scroll wheel. It also has that much sought after feature, a search button, which will save hours of gameplay previously wasted going through the rigmarole of trying to figure out where a specific location is. Interacting with items in the verse is very tedious right now. We've just come out of a Siege of Orison where you were constantly having to open your inventory to place full clips on meds onto your armour, or fight to get the server to understand that you're trying to pick up the gun on the floor, not play keepy-uppy with it. This new interaction system, as showcased in February 1st inside Star Citizen, will streamline and customise the whole interaction system for players. Being able to set not just a default action for each item type, but a secondary action is going to be massive quality of life improvement and significant time and sanity saver, along with not having to hold down F and then move your mouse cursor to the action you want to take. We've all had those moments looking at an item, trying to interact with it, and for some reason the game thinks you're aiming at something else and does completely the wrong thing. Those days should be over. Then, the fact that you can also customise how you see what is interactable depending upon proximity and line of sight just enhances the usability and improvement. There were other features I could have picked as number 5, but I honestly had to include this. One of the most frustrating things about spending IRL money on the website on things other than ships is the inability to regain the items you lose. Unless you're able to get to your death marker without it being looted or glitched into a nearby asteroid, it is a universal experience that you will lose any armour, clothing, tools or guns you buy off the website. I have had a set of armour in my hangar since IAE 2952 that I simply refuse to use because A, I know I'm going to die and lose it, and B, I won't be able to get it back until a wipe. Well, that is finally going to change, and we will be able to store and retrieve those items at multiple locations. There will be item bank kiosks around the verse for unique items we have collected, and having seen the various ATMs and clothing closets at space stations and planetary cities, I wonder if we'll see some of those finally utilised. Will it result in me spending more money? Absolutely. These features are tentatively expected to hit the live servers, yes, that's right, the live servers, sometime in April 2024, so we will likely get to test them out on the PTU in mid or late March. Let me know in the comments which of the 323 features you are most looking forward to. Which feature do you think is going to improve your Star Citizen experience the most? And are there any features you don't think will impact you much? If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Star Citizen content coming up in 2024. You can interact with me in the community tab below or on Twitter, Threads, Hive Social and Instagram at JediAndyTV. I also stream a variety of games on Twitch, also under the username JediAndyTV, and I may soon be bringing the occasional Star Citizen stream over here to YouTube. But for now, buckle in and get ready for what could be one of the most exciting years in Star Citizen's development to date. I look forward to seeing you around Stanton and beyond. Until next time.